So I randomly ended up with 12 sacred seals from the Holy Lord, but this trash system only lets me pick one to use. The rest are locked behind reputation points. After thinking it through, I went with the horse seal. My original plan was to use its heal everything ability and become some kind of miracle doctor in the modern world. But the more I thought about it, the more it scared me. Showing off supernatural powers in modern society? That's basically a death wish. Lucky for me though, the system also handed me a portal straight to the ancient world. And just like that, a bold idea hit me. What if I disguised myself as an immortal in the ancient world and used my powers to farm reputation? So I went ahead and bought a full ancient-style outfit and all the gear I needed, then stepped through the portal. Next second, I was standing deep in the mountains of the ancient world. I grabbed my binoculars from the mountaintop and scoped out the area, spotted a village not too far off. But I wasn't about to just walk down there and show myself. That would totally kill the vibe. I needed them to come find me, and I already had a solid plan for exactly that. Step 1. Use the gear I brought to set up a mystical, ethereal atmosphere around me. Then I pulled out a spotlight, hit the switch, and a blinding beam of light shot straight up from the mountaintop into the sky. Meanwhile, down in the village chief Li Yuntao was stressing hard. The place used to be a quiet, peaceful little town, until a plague hit out of nowhere about 2 weeks ago and turned everything upside down. Chief, you're the smartest person in this village. Please, you gotta think of something. Save my daughter, Yu'er. While Li Dahu was begging on his knees, little Yu'er was curled up nearby, pale as a ghost, forehead drenched in cold sweat. There's no cure for the plague, nothing we can do. Li Yuntao let out a heavy sigh. Maybe our only hope is if an immortal shows up. Right then, a burst of light suddenly appeared from the mountains in the distance, and Li Dahu froze, completely caught off guard. Chief, look, what is that? Li Yuntao looked up, a flash of shock crossing his face. Could this actually be an immortal appearing? Let's go check it out. The commotion pulled the other villagers out of their homes too. Please, Immortal, save us. Everyone helped each other along as they slowly made their way up toward the mountaintop. But then Li Yuntao suddenly called out, Hold on, everyone. That light is at least 7 or 8 li away. You're all half dead already. How are you gonna make that trek? On top of that, it's nighttime. Wild animals are out hunting. It's dangerous. Let's wait till morning. That's the smarter move. The villagers hesitated at that, but Li Dahu stepped forward hard. Chief, what if the immortal's gone by morning? Our village can't afford to wait. Let me go scout ahead. I'm a hunter. I know these mountains. Li Yuntao's eyes flickered with worry, but he finally gave a slow nod. Dahu, be careful out there. Don't worry, Chief. I'll bring that immortal back and save this village. And with that, he grabbed his hunting knife and torch and headed straight up the mountain. Back on my end, I was watching everything through my binoculars, and I couldn't hold back the grin anymore. Here we go, finally. I found a flat rock, sat cross-legged, and struck my best wise immortal pose. On the other side of the mountain, Li Dahu was huffing and puffing his way to the base, when suddenly a loud animal screech rang out, and a whole pack of wolves burst out of the tree line. Li Dahu gripped his hunting knife, heart pounding with fear. But the thought of his sick daughter pushed a surge of survival instinct straight through him. Yu'er is still waiting for me, I can't die here. Meanwhile, I was sitting up top getting genuinely impatient. What's the holdup? Did they not see the light show? Did something go wrong? Something felt off. I pulled out a drone and sent it flying down toward the village. Watching the live feed on my screen, I quickly spotted something wrong. Not far from the mountain base, a big guy was completely surrounded by wolves and fighting for his life. Oh no, that's the villager heading up here. I panicked. Can't let him die, that would blow the whole plan. No time to think. I grabbed my gun and sprinted down the mountain. By then, Li Dahu's torch had already gone out. He clutched his hunting knife, terrified and desperate. Yu'er, Dad's sorry. Just as he was about to go all in, a deafening bang tore through the night, and the wolf alpha's head exploded on the spot. The pack froze, rattled, and started backing off. That's an immortal's power! Li Dahu's eyes went wide. Then a figure in long robes stepped out of the darkness, holding some kind of strange object in his hand. Back off, beasts! The wolves were shaken, but they hadn't fully retreated, still hovering, like they were debating whether to attack again. Without hesitating, I raised my divine artifact again. Another shot rang out. One wolf dropped dead. The whole pack broke and scattered. I caught Li Dahu's stunned expression and pressed the advantage, asking in the most unbothered tone I could manage. Mortal, what brings you up this mountain in the dead of night? Immortal, Li Dahu tried to answer, but a wave of dizziness hit him and collapsed straight to the ground. Fine, let me heal you first. I raised my hand. The horse seal's phantom flickered across my eyes, and a purple glow sparked from my fingertip, landing right on him. Li Dahu felt a warm energy flood his body. The claw wounds healed instantly, and even his plague symptoms completely vanished. This is an immortal's power. Thank you for saving my life. I, Li Dahu, will work myself to the bone to repay this debt. Inside, I was hyped. Yes, he's totally buying it. He really thinks I'm the real deal. But I kept my face completely neutral. Then Li Dahu got back on his knees and said, I'm from Li family village down below. The plague's taken out a lot of people already. Please, Immortal, save our village. I let my brow furrow, just slightly, deliberately. I don't involve myself in mortal affairs. Life and death, that's fate. Immortal, I know your power is beyond anything. Please, for the sake of all the innocent people in our village, please save us. Fine. Seeing how sincere you are, I'll make an exception this once. I reached into my robe and pulled out a pill. This was forged with my divine power, infused with the essence of heaven and earth. It can cure any illness. Dissolve it in water and have every villager drink some. The plague will be gone. Li Dahu's hands were trembling as he took it. Immortal, I will follow your instructions to the letter. I won't let you down. Just as he turned to head back down, I spoke up. Wait, Immortal, is there something else you need? I'd been so caught up in the act that I almost forgot to gather intel on this world. I dropped the theatrics for a sec and asked casually, Mortal, I've been secluded in these mountains for ages, out of touch with the world. Tell me, what dynasty is this, and who sits on the throne? Li Dahu scratched his head. Immortal, I'm just a simple mountain villager. I don't follow court affairs. All I know is the emperor's surname is Zhu. Zhu? So it's the Ming dynasty. But I'd need to figure out which emperor specifically. I kept my expression cool and nodded. Never mind, just a passing question. Our village chief is a scholar. He'd definitely know. Want me to bring him up to see you when I go back down? Li Dahu nodded eagerly, then suddenly remembered something else. Oh, Immortal, when I get back, I'd like to build a shrine for you and make daily offerings as thanks. What name shall I use for you? That got me thinking. If I'm building a reputation in this world, I need a name that hits. And since the 12 seals draw their power from the Holy Lord, one of the 8 great demons, why not just go with that? I made up my mind and slowly raised my gaze. I am the Holy Lord, now go. Don't waste time. Li Dahu jumped to his feet and carefully carried the pill back down the mountain. Watching him disappear into the dark, I let myself smirk. That pill is custom made. Antibiotics plus the horse seal's divine energy. No way it fails. This is only going to make my immortal cover story that much stronger. Down below Li family village, everyone was anxiously waiting. Chief, you think Dahu actually found the immortal? Let's hope so. If there's really an immortal up there, maybe the village has a chance. Just then, rapid footsteps echoed in the distance, and Li Dahu's figure slowly emerged from the darkness. I found the immortal. This is a divine pill. Dissolve it in water. Give it to everyone in the village and the plague will be gone. The villagers dropped to their knees on the spot, bowing toward the mountain. Thank you, Immortal. Thank you, Immortal. Li Yuntao pulled Dahu aside and quietly asked, Are you sure that was an actual immortal and not just some mountain spirit? Chief, I saw it with my own eyes. His power is insane. Wiped out a wolf pack with a flick of his hand and completely healed my wounds and my plague. Li Yuntao examined him carefully, and sure enough, every trace of the plague was gone. I've never heard of any medicine that can cure the plague. Could there really be an immortal out there? All right, if the immortal has spoken, we follow through. He fetched a large basin of water and dropped the pill in. Everyone line up, 1 bowl each, no more. The villagers nodded and stepped up one by one to get their share. Every single person felt a wave of warmth hit them the moment they drank, the heaviness of the sickness fading fast. This divine water is unreal. About an hour later, every last symptom of the plague had vanished. The dread hanging over the village lifted completely, replaced by pure joy and celebration. Village Chief Li Yuntao turned to Dahu and asked, Dahu, what's the immortal's name? We need to know so we can properly honor and worship him. The immortal called himself the Holy Lord. Then Li Dahu suddenly remembered something. Oh right, the immortal also told me to bring the village chief up to see him.